just built the most important EV of the decade, not the most powerful, not the most expensive, the most important, and it starts at $60,000. This is the all-new 2026 BMW i3, the first car from BMW's new E-Class platform. And if that name means nothing to you right now, it will by the end of this video. Because every BMW you see for the next 10 years traces back to this car. Let's start outside. The i3 looks like nothing BMW has made before. Sharp triangular headlights, a kidney grille that's been completely reimagined, wider, flatter, and illuminated. Clean lines that don't shout, but don't apologize either. This is BMW saying, we know who we were. Now watch who we become. The profile is sculpted, flush door handles, cutouts at the fenders, a roofline that tapers without choking the rear headroom. And the taillights at the back are triangular, vertical, unmistakable. You'll recognize this car in a parking lot from 100 yards away. No chrome excess, no unnecessary drama, just a design that earns a second look. Step inside. And this is where BMW went furthest. Gone is the traditional instrument cluster. Gone is the iDrive rotary dial that BMW drivers used for 20 years. In their place, the Panoramic iDrive, a sweeping display that runs across the base of the windshield, projecting your speed, navigation, and key information directly into your line of sight. You don't look down. You never break focus with the road. The steering wheel is square-edged and futuristic. The dashboard is low and open, which makes the cabin feel larger than it actually is. At 6'2", you fit comfortably in both rows. BMW confirmed it. The materials are clean, minimal, and genuinely premium. Textile upholstery standard. Leather available. A 13-speaker Harman Kardon sound system on the options list. Tri-zone climate control. And an AI assistant that, for once, actually does something useful. It reads your eye movements. When highway assist is active and you glance at the left mirror, the car initiates a lane change automatically. That is not a gimmick. That is the future of driving, built into a $60,000 SUV. Here is where things get serious. The i350 xDrive launches with dual motors, all-wheel drive, and 463 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 4.7 seconds. A 108.7 kilowatt-hour battery estimated at 400 miles of real range in charging. This is the number that changes the conversation. 400 kilowatts of peak DC fast charging. 10 minutes at the right charger adds 230 miles of range. 10 minutes. That is not a Tesla supercharger number. That is a new number entirely. For context, the Model Y long-range charges at around 250 kilowatts peak. The i3 does 400. The gap is not small. If you've been sitting on the fence about an EV because range anxiety is real, and because charging stops felt like a compromise you weren't ready to make, the i3 just removed both excuses. 400 miles, 10 minutes for 230 miles back. A BMW interior that feels worth the price, and a starting point of around $60,000 in a segment where competitors charge more for less. This car is for the BMW buyer who was waiting for an EV that didn't ask them to give anything up. That car is here. The 2026 BMW i3 arrives in the US this summer. And it arrives as something rare, a car that looks forward without pretending the past didn't exist. BMW called their legendary 1960s lineup the Neue Klasse. The new class. It saved the company. It defined what BMW became. They're using that name again. They don't do that lightly. Would you cross-shop this against the Tesla Model Y? Or are you already sold? Tell me below. And if you want a full deep dive on Neue Klasse technology and what it means for BMW's next 10 years, that video is already in production.